Hello all and welcome back to our sessions on finite automata. Till now we have seen how to convert a regular expression into NFA, NFA to DFA and DFA to minimize DFA. We have also seen how to convert a NFA with epsilon to NFA without epsilon. In the previous session, we had learned about the Arden's theorem, that is how to convert our transition diagrams into regular expression. In today's session, we will be going through some quick revision of FSM, that is how our direct DFAs can be constructed using the concepts of FSM. So here we have already seen how to design the logic for the strings that contains 0, 1, 0. That is, we have designed some FSMs of such type where we had to design it to check whether some substring is present in our given input string or not. So step number 1 is theory, that is definition of DFA. Step number 2 is logic, which will be based on the FSM that we have seen already. So here we can clearly see that QS and Q1 can be merged. The only difference between FSM and DFA is merging of the states. So here we can merge and make QS and Q1 as Q1, and Q1 will become our start state. So here we will have the tuple of Q input, the transition function Q0 and F. So here we can see that Q0 will be Q1, that is our start state, and Q3 is our final state. We will see the transition diagram for the same and some examples that will be checking whether a substring of 0, 1, 0 is present or not present. So either accept or reject will be the output generated depending whether the input string contains 0, 1, 0 or not. Since this was contains type of question in FSM, we had already seen that if it is contains type of question, it will go in that state in case the first occurrence of 0, 1, 0 is found, and stay in that state till the end of the input string. We will see we will be seeing many more examples. So next example is finding the even number of A's and even number of B's to be present to get our input string accepted by our DFA. So here we have step number 1, definition of DFA. Step number 2 is logic, wherein the first column will represent number of A's and second column is going to represent number of B's. So we have QS, Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Since QS will have 0 number of A's and 0 number of B's present in the initial stage, so it will have even number of A's and even number of B's, since our even number starts from 0 to the nth numbers which will be there in our number series. So here QS and Q0 are representing even number of A's and even number of B's. So after encountering the first A, it will become odd, that is odd number of A's, and still it is even number of B's, which is represented by Q2 state. And if B occurs, then this will stay as even and this will become odd. So it will be even odd, that is Q1 state. Similarly, we will just go on calculating the logic and finding the states that from each state it will transit to. As from the state transition table, we can clearly see that QS and Q0 have same transitions and both are final states. We can merge them and make it Q0 state. Now let us resolve the implementation, that is step 3 of our DFA, where M will be equal to Q input, transition Q0 and F. So we have Q0 to Q3 as our states, out of which Q0 is our start state as well as final state. So we will see the step number 3's implementation part, that is transition diagram. So we will have Q0, 1, 2 and 3. The step number 4 will be solving the example. So here there are 1, 2, 3 and 4 A's and 2 B's, right? So therefore this will be a accepted input string, whereas this is not having even number of A's and even number of B's, so this string will be rejected. Let us take a look at another example. DFA for accepting strings that start and end with a different letter over the input X, Y and Z. So step number 1 is again definition of DFA. Step number 2 is logic. Now here as we can see that there are X, Y and Z. This is starting symbol and this is ending symbol. The states are represented accordingly. So if a string was starting with X and ending with X, okay, then the previous input that was encountered will go to Q0 state. Now next input symbol appearing is suppose X, then we will be going to Q0 state. If the next input symbol encountered is Y, then that state that is starting with X and ending with Y is represented by Q1 state, so we will transit to Q1 state. If the next input appearing is Z, then starting with X and ending with Z will transit to Q2 state. So from Q0 we will go to Q0, Q1 and Q2 state. So similarly the state transitions are explained here. You can just go through them. I hope the explanation was very much clear to you. Let us take one more state so that it will be much more, you will get a better idea. So next state is starting with X and ending with Y. If the next input appearing is X, then it becomes starting with X and ending with X. So it will go to Q0 state. If the next input alphabet appearing is Y, then it becomes starting with X and ending with Y. So it will go to Q1 state. If the next input appearing is Z, then it becomes starting with X and ending with Z. So it will go to Q2 state. And similarly, it will be worked out for all the input alphabet combinations for starting and ending with same alphabets or different alphabets. So here, other than Q0, Q3 and Q8, all other states will be final states, because all of them represent starting and ending with different symbols. So as we can see that here Q1, Q2 can get merged to become Q1, then Q3 and Q5 get merged to become Q3, and Q6, Q7 can be merged to become Q6. So the step number 3 is implementation. So we will have M is equal to QS to Q8. We will have input alphabets as X, Y, Z. Q0 will be QS since that state did not get merged with any other state. Final states are Q1, Q3 and Q6. The state transition table and the state transition diagram are as follows. So we will have Q1, Q3 and Q6 as our final states and QS is our start state. And we will keep on transitioning between these states unless and until it is starting and ending with different symbols. Moving on to our step number 4, that is example. So I have given 3 examples for your reference: starting and ending with different symbol, starting and ending with same symbol, starting and ending with different symbol. So you can just transit and check whether the given input string is starting and ending with different symbol. Now there are some other way of asking direct DFA construction questions, that is, design DFA for the following language over the input 0, 1 such that L is equal to W, where every odd position of W is 1. Now in this, step number 1 is definition of DFA. Step number 2 is logic. So here in logic we will design the logic such that we have QS, Q0, Q1 as our final states and Q2 is our dead state. So if in odd position, that is either 1, this is suppose 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. So every odd position should have only A as the only 1 as the input. Okay. If it finds 0 as the input in the odd position, we will directly send it to dead state, right? So other than Q2, all other states will be final state. So let us design the implementation part. So we have DFA M is equal to Q input transition Q0F. We can see that Q0 and QS can be merged to become Q0. So we will be left with Q as Q0, Q1 and Q2. Next, we will have input alphabets as 0 and 1 or A and B depending on what input was given. So for our question it was 0 and 1, so we will put it as 0 and 1. Then we have start state as Q0 since it got merged with QS, and now final state is Q0 and Q1. So I have missed out on writing Q1 as our final state. So here is our final result, where we will be left with Q0, Q1, Q2, where Q0, Q1 will be our final state and Q0 is our start state. Finally, our state transition diagram will be consisting of Q0, Q1 as our final state, and step number 4 is example. So here we can see that every odd position is having 1 as the input, whereas in this, the second odd position is having 0, so it will reach the reject state. Okay, since Q2 is a dead state, it will stay in that state till the end of the input as soon as it finds 0 in place of odd position. The final question that we will be seeing for today's session is design DFA for recognizing the following language such that L is equal to X, where X begins with 1 and when interpreted as binary integer, it should be a multiple of 5 over the input 0, 1. So here step number 1 is definition. Of course, when we say multiple, it has to mean that it should be mod 5 as 0. Only then we can conclude that the given number, that is X, was multiple of 5. And also there is one more condition applied here, that is it should begin with 1. The first position of our input should be 1. So let us see the logic for this. We have Qs to Q5, where Q5 will be our dead state, that is in case our input string begins with 0, we will directly send it to Q5 state, that is dead state. Otherwise we will keep on checking, and where here Q0 will be our final state because it is representing remainder 0, that is modulo 5, X modulo 5 will be equal to 0. Step number 3 is implementation. So we will be left with Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 and Q5. Here Qs will not get merged, so we will also have Qs state. I have missed that out in our PPT, right? So Q0 will be Qs. Again, I have mistyped the input as A and B, where it should have been 0 and 1. So F will be Q0. The implementation with transition table and diagram is as follows. We will have Qs, we will reach Q5 state in case our input starts with 0, or else we will transit and reach either Q0 state or stay in any other state. So let's see an example. Here the input has begin with 1 and it is divisible by 5, so it is going in except state, that is it is reaching Q0 state. Else, when it is starting with 0, it will directly go in Q5 state and stay there till the end of our input string. In case you have any doubts or queries in our today's session, you can leave it out in comment section and we can get it resolved in next session. So see you then.